under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. This session of the Lincoln County Commission on November the 18th, 2010 at 10 a.m. is now called to order. Members present is Donald C. Putnam Clark, Charles McCann President, Charles Vance Commissioner, Thomas Ramey Jr. Commissioner. First thing on the agenda, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular session of the Lincoln County Commission meeting that was held on November the 4th, 2010 at 6 p.m. and the special session that was held on November the 12th, 2010 at 2:53 p.m.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second, being all yes, motion carries.
Next thing on the agenda is Tommy Atkins with the Quarter G Regional Development Authority.
Welcome, Tommy.
Good morning. I didn't even get gossip in. It was too quick.
There's a lot of good things to do.
Pass those out. There's 3 copies there. Do y'all leave mine?
And don't ever, and he's got a clerk that he needs.
Needs yes too. I was leaving my jacket on, if that's all right with you all, since I'm, what you have here is your attendance for the 2010 fiscal year, which ended June 30th. And these were the attendance of your members. And I did want to point out a couple of things on there. Thomas obviously was appointed some time ago, and then when he was appointed as a county commissioner, you can't have 2 county commissioners on there, so that's one of the reasons that his attendance was not so good there towards the end, because you can't have 2 commissioners. In the meantime, KK Matthews has been appointed in the spot that Thomas held. And then also I've talked to Dr. Hill a couple times about, you know, it's not really my place. You all get to decide who you want on as members, but it's been a while since he's been able to attend regularly as well, and he's kind of indicated that he might not want to serve any longer, so you probably need to think about putting somebody on in his place. But overall, the attendance is good. The next page is actually the full board. We average, you know, there's 16 members, and there's a couple situations like Commissioner Basin down in Mingo County. He is unable to attend because our meeting is the same day as our county commission meeting, so I don't know that, you know, other than it getting moved around, that he would ever be able to be there. Same thing with Jared Fletcher. He actually works for the county, and he attends all our county commission meetings, so 2 of our members are not able to attend. But overall, our attendance is pretty good. We have on average 10 to 12 members there. It's been a while since actually, I think this most recent meeting was the first time in about a year that we hadn't had a quorum. So, and you can see we've canceled a couple meetings there. So, but if there's any questions about that, let's say maybe sometime think about who you want on there, or if you want somebody to replace Dr. Hill. And then the next couple pages is a couple of months ago we decided that it was time to update our strategic plan. We called it a 5-year strategic plan about 7 or 8 years ago, and it kind of, some of the projects on there had been completed, some we just kind of, they fell to the wayside because I don't know that you had ever been completed. And this time we took a little bit of a different approach. We tried to keep the objectives and the work plan, you know, kind of simple. You know, you see too many times where you do these strategic plans and you put projects in there that are really not realistic in terms of being able to accomplish them. So this is something we decided to put together. We had a couple of sessions where we brought in Pauline Sturgill from college to facilitate and just talk through these objectives. And we broke it down there into 4 different ones: the economic development, business and industry, employment, workforce, and recreation. So, you know, Charles, I know you're familiar with this, I haven't been part of it, but just to hit there on a couple of each one of these. The land use master plan, we felt like that's something we wanted to keep going. You know, we had our 6th forum, well, it's been about a month ago now, and the attendance of that was pretty good. It was about 70 people. And that's average. We've had as high as 100 people there, and about 70, I think, is a rough average for the attendance there. Try to bring in speakers that are highlighting, you know, what's going on in the industry. In this past year or so has been not real good for the mining companies and landowners with the EPA decisions. And we really, at each one of our board meetings, we talk a lot about what we can do. And I know that one of the things we're getting ready to do is send letters to all of our national representatives, illustrating the importance of keeping the coal. We're going to use coal, and we might as well use coal from America and not ship it in from somewhere else. So, I talked to our board chairman yesterday about putting some letters together we've even talked about sending it to the leadership in the Senate and the Congress, not just our representatives, to kind of keep everybody apprised of what our feelings are about using coal. The second goal there, business and industry. It's been over a year now that we had Terrell Ellis come on and do, I called it a marketing plan, but I don't know if that was the right word, but really what she did was come in and kind of looked at what types of industries were in the area and put together a plan that says, if you're going to go out and recruit people, try and recruit people that fit the skill sets of the workers that are already here. Don't waste all that time retraining people to do a job that they might already have skills for. It's a blue collar industry in this neck of the woods, and we felt like that's the type of people we should try and recruit. So, then on the employment and workforce development, this is something, I haven't been here in a while, but one of the things they wanted me to do is start going out to county commissions and the local EDAs and kind of, they come to our meetings, and Larry does, and Larry Guadato from Boone County. They attend our meetings regularly, so we felt like it was only fair that I go out and attend some of their meetings. And I have been to everybody's meeting at least once, planning on going as often as I'm allowed, I guess. In the recreation and culture, a couple things we've talked about there is, obviously we have the Hatfield McCoy Trail System, which is a real key part of this region. I know that you guys are working to try and get some trails in Lincoln County, but we feel like working with them, and even the idea of a possible, something like Midland Trail, a scenic byway down through this neck of the woods. I've seen that map of West Virginia before where the scenic byways are, and this this area doesn't have one. And I know we've got one board member in particular who is really keen on that idea, and I think that's something we could do. There's a lot to see down through here if we could just put it together. And we've even talked about creating a map and showing where some of the historical sites are and whatnot through the region, so that people can kind of take an alternate route through southern West Virginia, I guess. And then we had several miscellaneous ideas there that items that we thought we should work with, and a couple of them there was, like work with the Secretary of State's office to, we say clean up. It's kind of difficult actually doing business in West Virginia. If you've ever seen those forms and stuff you have to fill out, I'm not sure, the average person who wants to go in business can really, you can fill them out obviously, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. You have to go to the Bureau of Employment Programs and whatnot. So we thought that at some point work with them to try and clean that up and make it a simpler process for people who want to go in business and actually go out of business. I don't know that a lot of people know that you can't just say I'm closing my doors and going out of business. You actually have to tell them that you're not in business anymore, and some people don't realize that. So but that's just some of the highlights. If you guys have questions with this, let me know. I know that I was just telling Charles that our December meeting was actually scheduled for December 1st. It's usually the first Wednesday of each month, but we're going to move that possibly to a week ahead to the 8th. The Office of Coalfield Community Development got a hold of me earlier this week, and they are going to do a site tour of the Hogat property and possibly the Hill Fork property over Hewitt to see what kind of potential we have for going. You were at the meeting when Jeff Wood talked about possibly wanting to do a massive type project in this neck of the woods, and he even referred to something as similar, as large as the Boy Scout project over on Route 19. So he kind of feels like that there's nothing in this region that is that type of, has that magnitude, and he'd like to see something down in here. So any of y'all are more than welcome to attend that visit. I know that I'm going to go, and I think Howard's going to go too. So
Yeah. How do we go about getting hooked up to go?
well, she's supposed to call me back and let me know exactly what they're. I think they're going to meet over at the Hatfield McCoy Trailhead there.
It's going to be on that first Wednesday.
Yeah, December 1st, and she said like